Hello everyone, I'm Reaper PC. Welcome to the stream where we're getting right into the next game. Yes, I know I'm late. Lucky losing to Kia. You are the first 3 points are out. Why so many notifications? Let's put this in do not disturb. There we go. Alright, so I have the PS2 fired up. I'm pointing to the PS2 you can't see. I might need to consolidate all of this into the same, like how I have this here. I'll work on that. So now, regarding the PS2, right? Um, let's get that running here. How is everyone? How's everyone's night? Ah, there goes the PS2, and there go all my saves. Autumn Reed, how you doing tonight? So tonight we're gonna be playing the Mark of Kree. This one's gonna be delving into Polynesian lore a bit. So I don't know much Polynesian lore, but I know it was based in that. So we'll be exploring this together. I played the demo for this. I should have fired up the demo. I should have found the demo disc from a PlayStation magazine ages ago. I'd always wanted it, and then it kind of slipped my mind. So now I'm getting into it now that I own the full game. And what I need to do is tell this to... I need to see the capture card on my main monitor. Open source projector to this screen. There we go. Now I can see it. Let me not knock anything over here. For those who say I don't play on controller still. Exhibit A. What's on this? Oh, system config. Yeah, I mean, that's major. Fight Night 2004. My cousin still has a profile on this. Do I have a Steam Deck? An actual Steam Deck? Yes. Two, actually. One broken, one functional. My Virtua Fighter 4 players. Need for Speed Underground. Oh. GTA 3, San Andreas, Vice City. Good stuff. What's funny? Oh, my old saves from bygone era. Be glad I didn't pull up the dates they were saved. So if you look carefully, my broken Steam Deck is tucked right behind the Sega CD. Can y'all hear the game? Seems very low. For every legend, there is a hero. I'm liking the art style already. You don't hear anything. There's an entire intro playing. Do you hear it now? You still don't hear anything. What is this playing? Yeah, where the hell? It's only my mic, but I see it registering. Why? Why isn't it going out? Hold on. How about now? Wait. Looks like that's still a no go. It showed up for a second. I heard that. Okay. How about now? So I resampled the very same. It's all the same audio sources. Just I set one to resample what I'm hearing again. So technically it's in here twice. One to my ears and then grabbed and then sent back out to you. That really lucky. This makes no sense. Alright, well, the intro is pretty interesting, so I'll let that run again. Alright. Come on, run the intro back. And I got to finish my cake. Is it not going to play the intro? There we go.
Gather round, all of you who would listen. I have a tale to tell. A story of warriors and kings. A saga of dark magic. A legend of high adventure.
Thank you, Lucky.
Long ago, during the First Age, a series of dark spells were created. One of these spells had the power to bridge our world and the one of darkness. An evil spell with no purpose but that of destruction. Before it could be invoked, stolen and broken into 6 separate parts, 6 lines.
Date is Venom. Thank you very much for the raid. Everybody coming over from Date Stream. I'm Reaper PC, currently in my retro bag playing a PlayStation 2 game, The Mark of Kree.
So instead it was hidden away in a place where none would find it.
And two, thank you for the biddies, bro.
6 separate locations. 6 different families entrusted with its safekeeping.
And two, if you ever hear anybody in other streams talking about I don't play on controller or play console games, that is a PS2 controller. This is a PS2
too soon
game.
We forget how the bee will sting and the fire will burn. As time passed, the families forgot what these marks were for. Mankind dismissed the ancient warnings.
How are the games tonight, dude?
Power. They were merely stories, tales from a long past time. But the denizens of the world.
Why do they always make the old storytellers in these games look like that?
In patience they waited. Then, after a millennia, to their dark joy, the spells were rediscovered.
Alright, now we can actually play. Limited save space, remember that?
For years, my master had trained at the side of Baomusa, a noble warrior. He had become a fine swordsman, and his training was now almost complete. But why train if he was to stay in the safety of his home forever? My master was restless. It was time to move on, time to take his first step into manhood. His muscles yearned for action. His heart sought adventure. His sword craved combat.
I really like the art style. Nicely blended into the game. 8 MB memory card. Oh boy. Did you play this game? Hey, thanks for the biddies, bro.
You want work, huh? I don't know. Business has been slow lately, boy. People tell me bandits have made our neighboring forest their home. Anyone trying to get here is being robbed, or worse.
Ooh.
It's made Bamusu nervous. He thinks it's the beginning of dark times. I think they just need a good kicking before they'll move on to someone else's forest. Bamusu tells me you've become pretty good with that sword of yours. Maybe you could... Well, maybe I've got some other work around here you could do. How about washing down some tables for me, or mopping the floor? Well, maybe you can help Tati clean dishes, or sweep up, or pick up after her. She's kind of a mess herself. People keep
This man rambling.
pouring objects down the toilet.
You want to train, boy? There's still a trick or two I can teach you with that sword of yours.
Sure, because I don't know how combat here works. Which means I could have skipped training if I read the manual of the game. Yeah. That makes sense.
Simple, yet important is defense. To defend against a strike from any direction, just hold the R1 button. Try it now. Good. Now let's beat on the dummies. The key to the craft is in learning to exact your strikes. To do this, you must use the right analog stick to direct your focus and select the target. Point the right analog stick in the direction of the dummy or dummies you want to select. You can also sweep the stick around. Use the right analog stick now to focus on all of the dummies. Your attention is now focused on the dummies. The dummy with the X above his head is your main target, for now. You can maneuver around by using the directional stick. Try moving in close to him, backing away, and stepping around him. To attack this dummy, press the X button. You will find that attacking the enemy from in close provides a fast hit, while attacking from a distance provides a more reaching attack. Go on, try pressing X now. Good. Now press the X button 4 times for an attack combo. Try a 4-button attack combo now. Well done. Had that been a real enemy, he would surely be dead. You can now attack another dummy. Before attacking the dummy with the circle above his head, notice that he is far away. If the enemy is too far away to strike, you will see that his icon is transparent, meaning you will only face him when pressing the attack button. Try striking the enemy now by pressing the circle button. Before you try and strike the dummy with a square above his head, notice that his icon is also transparent, meaning he is too far away to strike. Move closer to the square target so that you can strike him. Try it now. The icon is now solid and the target is now in attack range. Press the square button to attack the dummy. Try it now. Equally important is the ability to break your focus. To break focus, press in on the right analog stick. Good. You would now be able to redirect your focus and select new targets. Now let's try something a little tougher. When you focus on only 2 enemies, you can do more elaborate and powerful attacks on the enemy you are facing by using the open button to modify your attack. Focus on 2 dummies by aiming the right analog stick. The dummies are assigned to the X and square buttons. Leaving the circle button open as an attack modifier. To use an attack modifier, you must first press the button of the target you are facing, followed by the modifier. Let's give it a try. Press the X button, followed by the modifier.
This voice actor sounds familiar.
The circle button to do a more elaborate and powerful combo attack.
Off with your head.
Oh, now, easy, my boy. Very well done. That enemy would be dead, and you now have only 1 target in focus. Both square and circle are now available modifiers to give you even more elaborate and powerful attacks. But remember, your combo must start with the button that corresponds to the target you are facing. Let's try an attack you can only do when you are focused on a single enemy. Press X, followed by a modifier, then the next modifier. In this case, that's X square circle, or X circle
It
square.
does.
Try it now. Rao, the best warriors are prepared for what is around the corner.
It might be the voice actor.
You need your bird.
It might be Optimus Prime's.
Kuzo. When Kuzo takes a perch,
That'd be
you
an
will able to
IMDb
use his
check for
vision
sure.
And prepare for what lies ahead. To find these perches, look for a beam of light that shines on a bird icon. Once found, center the bird icon in your view, and it will begin to spin. You may then press L2 to send off Kuzo. Try finding a perch and sending Kuzo now. Well done. Use the directional stick to look around. Look around till you see the light beam shining on the next bird icon. Center the bird icon in your view so it begins to spin. Once it is spinning, press L2 to send Kuzo.
I'm actually looking this up.
Very well done. You've had a good look around, but you would now need to prepare for what you see. Press the triangle button to return to your vision.
Hold on, y'all. I am looking for continue on web browser. Peter Cullen, yes.
Press the triangle button to return
That's
to your
Optimus,
vision.
I believe. Okay, so let's check his IMDb listings. As a voice actor.
Press the triangle button to return to your vision.
Yes, we will in a second. So this game is early 2000s.
Press the triangle button to return to your vision.
Jeez. He was in Winnie the Pooh. That's an interesting place for his voice to be in.
Press the triangle button to return to your vision.
Doesn't look like he was in this. But whoever this is sounds very much like him.
Press the triangle button to return to your vision.
Okay.
You can now maneuver freely while Kuzo remains on his perch. Be aware, though, Kuzo will return to your side when you get too far away. To see what trouble you are heading into, you may need to use his vision again. Press the triangle button again to use Kuzo's vision. Then press triangle one more time to regain control of yourself. Try it now.
Oh.
Now, Rao, you've learned much here today, and should be rewarded for your efforts. But first, I must know that you've learned well. Apply these skills in your first mission, then see the sage for your reward. To remind you of my challenge, press the start button at any time and choose Bamboo Shoes Challenge. Try it now. Stick around and practice if you like. You may discover more than you've been taught. Or head back to the inn. And Rao, come to see me before each new mission, and I'll see to it you are prepared for the job.
All right.
Your bird Kuzo is an old bird, Rao. He has always been around, watching out for you and your family. He knows many things, including languages long since extinct. If he attempts to read symbols or words, listen to him. If he thinks it important to tell you, trust that it is something you should know.
Good to know. All right, so now I know how to fight in this game.
You want to trade, boy?
No. I want to do this guy's mission, so.
You want work, huh? You want work, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. Business has been slow lately, boy. People tell me bandits have made our neighboring forest their home. Anyone trying to get here is being robbed, or worse. It's made Bamusu nervous. He thinks it's the beginning of dark times. I think they just need a good kicking before they'll move on to someone else's forest. Bamusa tells me you've become pretty good with that sword of yours. Maybe you could... Well, maybe I've got some other work around here you could do. How about washing down some tables for me, or
No.
mopping
We're
the floor?
bandits.
Well, maybe you can help Tati clean dishes, or sweep up, or pick up her after her. She's kind of a mess herself. People keep flushing foreign objects down the toilet.
Also, shout out to the indoor plumbing in this environment, because this place seems a bit old to have indoor plumbing. Is that a rat in this joint? Nice sound design. The footsteps on the creaking wood panels, the echoing to show that this place is a bit empty. Okay. Local ruins. Let's go. Walk outside, my guy.
Cleaning the floor and washing dishes. Ha! This was not the kind of work my master was looking for. He was young and in search of adventure, freeing the land from murderous bandits. Now that was a job worthy of a warrior. He left that same day, his sword strapped to his back. Kuzo, his spirit guide, scouting the path ahead. The bandits had been terrorizing the local roads for months now. Rao
I'm
had
really
heard that
liking
they were
this art
camped out
style.
in some local ruins. He had also heard that they were many in number and skilled as swordsmen. Good. Good. My master did not want this to be too easy.
I mean, is it gonna be easy though? You forget about load times on these consoles. Alright, send the bird in to scout. Oh, we got 3 of them here. 4 of them. That one has the horn to call for backup. Any horns here? No horns here. Alright, so getting rid of them, not that big a deal. Really need to get that away from you somehow. Oh, he gone. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, what's this about? Challenge? Combo, defend 6 attacks from 6 different enemies. Use Kuzo to collect save scroll. Okay. guy no longer there? Ah, there is somebody here. Dang, that got stuck. Really? Do we gotta yell though? Alright, let's send the bird all the way over here. This control system feels like it'll take some getting used to. And they really overdid the... Shut up. Wow, a game where you can't break the barrels. How about that? I think that was the save scroll, right? There we go. Save scrolls can only be used in the level they were used. Oh, wow. you can hear the waterfall rushing. This really is good sound design. The heck is that? Okay, up we go. What's over here? You know what? Let me finish this area before I go wandering off. Oh, there goes my save data. So what is this? Oh, okay. Up you go. Come on. What's my health? Oh, that's why they said that. You backing away from now? You was a man a minute ago. Oh, you like this game? This is my first time playing the full game, Pyro. I played a demo for it back when this game was new. You know, the demos you get with the magazines, and then that was it. I never played it after that. Now you feel... Yeah. You rented from local 99 cents back in the day? So you never beat it either? Oh. This asshole. Never beat it. Had it for like a week before you had to... Oh, yeah. The rental periods. Oh, ladder right here. Duh. This game still looks decent, considering how old it is. The stylized art of it all, they did good with it. flight path are you taking, my guy? Yeah. Cough it up. This was Eagle Vision before Assassin's Creed ever. Ooh, didn't even think about that. Who did that first? Grab that health. Off with your head. I'll take this health though.
My master returned home in triumph. The neighboring forest had been cleared of bandits, and people were once more free to travel. The delighted innkeeper praised Rao's courage. He was a happy man. Soon business would return to normal. Weeks passed, and word of my master's skills as a swordsman spread far. Rao enjoyed his newfound fame. Though the stories were becoming a little exaggerated by his sister, who would recount them to anyone who would listen.
Oh boy.
Soon, Rao's mind began to drift once more in the hope of adventure. He would not have to wait long.
So you liked having a good reason to beat up on people. Gotcha. It's pretty much what that boils down to. Very important. Don't remove the memory card or power off the console, huh? No, I don't want to try.
Rao, can I come with you on your next trip? I know how to use a sword.
Ah.
And I could cook for you or carry your pack, please.
No.
Rao, can I come with you on your next trip? I know how to use a sword. And I could cook for you or carry your
Yo,
pack,
what's up with you, Mr.
please.
Wonderful? This is the Marco Cree for the PS2. It should be spinning above, right there. That's it.
Good day to you, sir. I heard that you are the young man responsible for running off the thieves and bandits that plagued this area in recent times. Oh, good job, good job.
Never played it?
Allow me.
I
to
only ever played a
introduce
demo
myself.
back in the day that came with
I
a
am
magazine.
Aruku, a
This is my
cleric
first
and
time
guardian
actually
of
playing the
sacred
full
land
game.
East of here. At least I was. Recently, bandits similar to the ones you so gracefully dispatched beat me and threw me out of my home.
Damn.
I watched as they broke apart graves and ancient tombs.
So you got
scattering
house
the
jacked.
contents. I thought they were thieves looking for gold, and that once they found none, they would leave me in peace. But when they found what they were looking
Doesn't
for,
feel
not gold,
straight up RPG.
just a scroll
More
of
action,
old leather.
adventure-ish.
They did not leave. Sir, I am the custodian of this place, and have failed in my duty to protect it. Now all I want is my home back. Can you please help rid me of this menace?
Yep, action adventure.
I have no money, no treasures to offer as payment. Just the knowledge that this is a just cause, and the promise that the gods will favor any who come to my aid.
Uh-huh.
I also have a bow, crafted by artisans many moons north of here, that I will gladly give you upon your return. It is not worth a great deal, but does fire far and true.
So I can get ranged attacks. Great. Any other missions for me to collect? Accessing cheats. This early in the game, they're telling you about cheats? Dog, that cup is empty. What you looking for? You think you have enough dogs? Oh, you can change outfits and shit? Okay. That's cool, I guess. So I've unlocked nothing. Alright, so... Was this dev by Disney artists? You would think, right? But this is a Sony Studios game. I can see why you would say that. Might be the same artists that end up doing all the animated Sony features.
Someone in need had requested my master's help. His years of training at Baumusu's side were finally being put to good use. His heart swelled with pride. But who were these bandits the holy man had spoken of? Could they be from the same group he had just encountered? Mauruku, had warned him that there were many bandits guarding his home, many more than he had just defeated in his last adventure. The cleric cautioned him to be careful. He would have to use stealth and silently dispatch as many enemies as possible. He thanked the gods that he had his spirit guide to show him the dangers that lay ahead.
Or just shank everybody. Like, what is this? What are we talking about? We gonna load or nah? This guard is ass. How are you not looking at the open cave entrance? Wait, what challenge did I just do? While unarmed, time your enemy. Oh, disarm them. Okay. What else do you want me to do? Stealth kill 9, stealth kill 2 groups of 2 enemies. Walled stealth 1 enemy. Use clues to discover and read in ancient writing. Okay. Okay, I gotta work on my stealth. Clearly. How many? Oh, wait. That's a save. Let's go grab that. Cute. Oh, he grabbed him up by his crotch. Nah. Damn. I mean, he got the job done, but oof. I've lost camera centering. Oh, them. I like the fact that everyone's facing the wrong way. Mm. Oh! Dang, off with his head. The lead artist, Jeff Remmer, was also art department for Vector Man and Shadowrun. I mean, that's a decent pedigree. Who's one of the voice actors for this? Because somebody in here sounds like Peter Cullen. That's the next question. Time check. Alright, let's wrap up this mission here. Alright, we got one guy over here. Me over there. Also facing the wrong way. I'm with it. No! Yo! The character is it's one of the narrators. There's two narrators. But one of them sounds like Peter Cullen. Nakia was even said the person sounds nostalgic, like she's heard them before. Maybe the intro narrator? Maybe, is that the way to put it? Oh! Oh! Oh, that's a death count. Dude snuck up on me while I was in the bird view. Damn. Alright, so I already have a death in the marker creek. Whoops. No, they didn't put me at the beginning of the level. Yeah, I'm gonna call it there for the night. Cause yeah, it's almost 12:30. I know I started late. That's on me. But at least I ironed out some kinks with the game capture audio, which I had to sample twice for y'all to hear it. Why? Why is that death counter at 2? Why is it +2 to get to 1? Huh? First off, it should only be 1. I see you trying to put 2 in there. Y'all see what my mod tried to do to me, right? Straight up sabotage. That's right, the kid. So far, I like the art. I like the sound design. The combat is okay. Some of the targeting, I'm not sure.
Gather round, all of you who would listen.
The best.
I have a tale to tell. A story of warriors and kings. A saga of dark magic. A legend of high adventure.
Wait a minute. Date. I know who. His trainer.
During the first
The Marker Creed's trainer. That guy. It begins with a B.
Dark spells were created.
That's the guy who sounds like
One of these spells had the power to
Optimus
breach
a
our
little bit.
world and the one of darkness. An evil spell with no purpose.
Let me see what load looks like. Okay. Alright. Let me get out of there. So, controller tied up in headset. Let's not do that. So what is everyone's initial thought on this? I've said what I think. I like the look of it. I like a lot of the feel. Combat, takes a little getting used to. You like the music? Yeah. So this game's very steeped in Polynesian lore and the stylization of it, the tattoos, character designs. IMDb, the mark. Wow, typing. Hello. So this was also, this game's from 2002. This game is 24 years old. Just think about that for a second. Bamusu, Brian Cummings. Okay, what else have you done, Brian Cummings? Uh, he was the stove in Beauty and the Beast. Barry Denon. Barry Denon is which character? Oh, the dark one? Yeah, I haven't heard the dark one yet. This is the voice. The trainer. Born in 1948, South Dakota. But probably know him from Beauty and the Beast. Metal Gear Solid 3 Substance. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. You know what, Dade? No wonder why you thought Disney was involved. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. The Princess and the Frog. The Emperor's New School. I'm just naming the ones I know. Metal Gear Solid, Portable Ops. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Rise of Kasai. Area 51, the PS2 game, not the Area 51 shoot 'em up. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. EverQuest 2. Johnny Bravo. Scooby-Doo and the Monster of Mexico. Evil Dead, A Fistful of Boomstick. Jungle Book 2. Up here he is, Bamusu, Mark of Kree. This is, okay. Monsters, Inc. Emperor's New Groove. Die by the Sword. Zorro. He did shit for Elmo? Okay. Incredible Hulk animated series. Timon and Pumbaa. Duckman. I forgot about Duckman. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as Crocus. Animaniacs as the announcer. No wonder he sounds so familiar. Was the announcer for Animaniacs? Yes. Just went to that. Bobby's World. Holy, Tom and Jerry's Kids. Batman the Animated Series as one of the reporters. Cool World was one of my favorites. He's Robo-Dog. Uncredited. Yo. Darkwing Duck. Garfield and Friends. Rugrats. I already said Beauty and the Beast. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. The animated series. Yo. Tailspin. Midnight Patrol. Jetsons the movie. Chippendale Rescue Rangers. He was Arnold Mouseinaire in Chippendale Rescue Rangers. I could hear that. We've heard his voice all at facts. What post does OD fire? Wait, what are we talking about? Never give me your address. What is he talking about? Oh, the poster. Oh. Yeah, no, you can't have it. See, if you went to Defend the North, you could have bought it. The artist who made these was there. Alright, what else was he in? The California Raisins. He was the broccoli. DuckTales. Smurfs. He was in Michael Jackson Moonwalker. The Real Ghostbusters. Jetsons as Marcia's father. More Garfield. G.I. Joe the movie. Bernstein Bears. What's happening now? G.I. Joe is Dr. Mindbender. Snorks. What weren't you in, my guy? Crusher Joe. We're talking about I figured you were back in hibernation after the last snowstorm. This is one of the voice actors who sounded very familiar in Brian Cummings. He sounded hella familiar throughout this. Spider-Man, the cartoon series from the early 80s. The one with the Spider-Man pointing at himself. Richie Rich. His first credit on this list is in 77, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. He was the Hot Air Balloon, Blue Pot, and uncredited as Red Pot. So yes, Nakia, there's a reason why you said his voice sounds nostalgic. that right there. At Comic-Con, he probably opened up by saying, "You heard me your whole life." Yo. Shout out to him. Yo. Been married since 81, has 8 kids. Okay, so now that makes sense. Barry Denon was the other one you mentioned, right, Dade? Oh, he passed in 2017. That's sad. Oh, he did actual practical acting and his voice was in Diablo 3, Dota 2, Star Wars Clone Wars, Darksiders 2. Oh, this man's been busy. Or was busy. World of Warcraft. You're calling him Jim Cummings, but he's listed as Brian Cummings. He nicknamed Jim. What? He's Fallout New Vegas, Dragon Age Origins, Rise of the Argonauts, Metal Gear Solid 2, Avatar The Last Airbender, Burning Earth, Avatar The Last Airbender as General Sung, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Law and Order, Criminal Intent, Age of Empires 3, Rainbow Six Lockdown, Tenchu Return from Darkness, Prince of Persia Sands of Time as Vizar. I've heard this man's voice before. Jade Empire, yo. Star Trek Bridge Commander, Star Trek Armada. The amount of times I've heard this one. Batman Beyond as Captain. Yo. Icewind Dale. Grim Fandango. Another game I need to get off my checklist. Wing Commander 4. Weird Science. He was in Weird Science. Another formative show of my childhood years, even though it shouldn't have been, but whatever. Animaniacs. Pirates of Darkwater. Yep, there goes you mentioned. Batman the Animated Series. Amen. They Came from Outer Space. The Monsters Today. The Smurfs. A lot of these folks know each other. Murder, She Wrote. Real Ghostbusters. Oh, they work together. DuckTales. Tales from the Dark Side. There was a Popeye and Son. I remember Popeye and Son. I don't remember. New Scooby-Doo Mystery. Superman 3. Not sure you wanted to be in that one. The 1980 Oppenheimer. Wonder Woman TV series. Yo. Another person we've heard our entire lives. And the 1960s Batman as Fred. Yep. Okay, let me get off of IMDb. Look up Jim Cummings. So there's Brian and Jim. Are they... Is Jim Cummings related to Brian Cummings? Yeah. This one's from New Orleans. Okay, so yeah, they're not the same. What's this guy been in? Mickey Mouse Club, Elder Scrolls Online, Star Wars Outlaws, Looney Tunes. There's probably about 10 voice actors we've probably all heard and don't know their names offhand, but we know their voices. Chip and Dale, Nutty Tales, 3D animated Chip and Dales? I didn't know that was the thing. DuckTales again. Wait a minute. At one point in time, it's possible that you had Jim and Brian Cummings on the same show because they both have DuckTales in their credits. Kingdom Hearts 3, Mickey Mouse, some Scooby-Doo movies, Star Wars Rebels. Voltron. Oh, shit. World of Warcraft Legion, of course. Transformers Rescue Bots. I wasn't feeling that one. Baldur's Gate. Fallout 4. Tom and Jerry, The Lost Dragon. I don't know that one. Tinkerbell. Ben 10. Kung Fu Panda. Sonic J.I. Joe. Damn. Yo, Tiger Prime was good with you. Wreck-It Ralph. Doom 3 BFG Edition. I played that. Painkiller Hell and Damnation on my to playlist. So, yeah, I've heard this guy before. I've heard all of them before. In games. Not to mention the movies, right? And TV shows. Mass Effect 2. As Patriarch. Dade, you know who this guy is. So we got triggered by a voice actor, Brian Cummings, whose voice was very familiar. Turns out he was in most of our childhoods. Since 1977, he's been in every major thing, and then we ended up down the rabbit hole of 6 Degrees of Separation. Bionicle, Robot Chicken, Dead Space Downfall, Looney Tunes. Yeah. The Disney DVDs, yeah, these people. The Batman TV series. Wait a minute, who was the announcer? Because we've now done like 3 voice actors. Voice of Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, yeah. Brian Cummings, yeah. That I skipped a lot of Disney stuff, but yeah. All 3 of the voice actors we mentioned so far have hella Disney credits. Like hella Disney credits. So they're either aware of each other or worked with each other. There's no way, because there's a ton of overlap. These people probably all have the same agent. See, this one has Baldur's Gate in his credits too. Courage the Cowardly Dog. A ton of Mickey Mouse stuff. Army Men games. Simpsons titles. Tiny Toon Adventures. Earthworm Jim 3D. Earthworm Jim 3D. He was also in Timon and Pumbaa. But was also in Tarzan. Yeah. They Fallout 1. Fallout 1. This one also in Animaniacs. Yeah, there's too much overlap. Like the Venn diagram is hella overlap. Okay, all right. That rabbit hole that was a spiral. So Brian Cummings, Barry Denon, and Jim Cummings, those 3. I don't imagine, especially with the way old school voice acting used to be, where sometimes you'd have them in the booth with each other. It's not, like the digital era now where everybody just does their part separately, not even in the studio sometimes, and just send it into the audio editor and let him figure it out. Some they were probably in the same studio at some point with each other. Maybe not on mic at the same time, but waiting around. All right. So we're gonna continue next week, of course, with yeah, Dade. I understand. I was looking through his credits. Yes, I get you. That man's credit list was massive. I skimmed through about 152 entries. That was just skimming. There was probably more, and I saw a bunch of stuff say uncredited. That man, Nakia hit it right with her description. His voice is nostalgic because we've just been hearing it. It's just been a disembodied voice for decades. We've just been hearing these people. Coming soon to VHS. like, oh, I know that guy. And I think I messed up there. I was saying he sounded like Peter Cullen, right? He probably announced when those movies were coming to VHS, and my brain just overlapped. You know what I'm saying? Transformers coming soon to VHS. And then it went into Optimus's voice, because then it's showing a clip from the show. And my brain just said, same thing, whatever, merge. Okay, so we got somebody playing Star Trek Online. As much of a Trekkie as I am, I don't think I could get into that. A lot of people playing the new Resident Evil. Anybody here plan on getting Requiem? Like anytime soon? Not far away in the future, but like soonish? Not me, of course, because my backlog's too long. But anybody else here getting that soonish? You don't want to start any Resident Evils? Okay, I got you. I still have the first one there. I'm pointing to it like y'all can see. You're just finishing up the first Uncharted. As someone who's just playing a game from 2002, at least you playing it. Oh, question for everyone here. Would you like to see me attempt to fix a PlayStation 3? And if I do fix it, I will now have a PlayStation 3 in my retro collection. Yes? Okay, so there is a broken PS3 that someone's willing to just give to me. I just have to put in the effort to fix it. It was the second generation run, so it's a fat model. It doesn't have the PS2 chip in it, but it does have the PS1 if I remember. So it can play PS1 natively and software emulate PS2. Doesn't have the compact flash or SD card slots on the front. Has Wi-Fi. It has, of course, a network jack in the back. It just has the yellow light of death. So, all right, I'll bring that in. I'll take it from them and bring it in. I have to set up the cameras for that. I guess I'll set up the cameras like I did when I built the PC. Okay, so the yellow light of death. It got that nickname because everyone knew the red ring of death from from the 360 era. So if you try to boot a PS3, it starts to boot. Like you hear everything spin up, and then the power light blinks yellow a few times and it goes back off. Yellow light of death. Still have to get Dispatch, and with Tokon, Wolverine. Well, Wolverine doesn't even have a concrete date out yet, so you have time. Dispatch is good. You could burn a lot of time in that if you want the multiple endings, because there's a bunch of bad endings, a couple of decent endings, and then some excellent endings, and getting the right choices through there. I watched some playthroughs. I still think I want to get it to see what ending I get, just because I haven't seen anyone make all the decisions I would make yet. If I get 3 new games, I got to get 3. I'm with you. I'm 3 games done for the year so far. Borderlands 4. Why am I blanking? Borderlands 4 is done. House of the Dead is done. That wasn't the retro game. Fable. That was the game I beat. Borderlands 4, Fable, and then RoboCop, Rogue City, Unfinished Business. Those 3 are done. And now I'm doing the Marker Cree. So that'll be 4. My goal is to exceed 8 games this year, because I think I finished last year with 8. Drake's Fortune? Nice. For those of you with physical copies of games, please do me a favor. Don't throw away the cases. Don't throw away the games. Don't sell them. Even the games you think would be trash, I'm finding out some of these things are worth absurd amounts of money. I think I upset Dade earlier by talking about some of like games you would think are trash. I want to try and get 1 game a month. Hard copy of Deadpool, keep it. I'm telling you. If you have the space or the storage, keep it. Oh, the people playing it right now have Capcom early access codes. Okay. Alright, I last rated this guy last month. And this is the newest thing I've seen this man play. So let's check out Requiem. All right, everybody on YouTube, thank you for coming through. I do appreciate y'all being here. I'm going to end this with my Twitch folks. We're going to hang out for a bit and then raid out. It's been real, y'all. I shall see y'all next time. Next week is the current plan. Take care.